Hi, Brent. I'm going to lead you through creating your file, okay? I got Team Manager running, and I have my instruction file. Now you've got the software installed, you've got the software running, you have downloaded the zip file, you've taken care of that. Now you said you got stuck on step 3. Now this version of high-tech, we've had some issues with the number of the maximum kids that the software can store. So we have each school creating 2 files, one for their junior group and one for their senior group. So let's demonstrate making the junior group. Middle years groups, that's the WEP, Pee-wee, and Bantam. So I'm going to set up a file for that group. Now, this version of high-tech also has a limit in terms of the length of the file name. So because we're going to do your junior group, the file name will be stock mid 14. So let's go to File and New. File and New. And we had said that the file name would be, stock mid 14. Stock mid 14. And I'll click open. Now, referring to the instructions again, gender designation boys, girls. Boys, girls. Country is Canada. State, Sask. Age grouping is set to age divisions. Age grouping set to age divisions. And we are to clear the English metric conversion checkbox. Okay, taken care of. Click OK. Now we have to create the team. First of all, actually, we've got to import the meat file. Now, this was in that folder that you unzipped onto your desktop that contained these instructions and the software that you installed onto your laptop. So, File, Import Meat Events. File, Import Meat Events. Now, my file is sitting in a different location. Pottersville, and this is it right here. And click OK. Alright, the events are in. After importing the events, now we have to set up the school names, create the teams. So this is going to be for your younger group, WEP, Pee-wee, and Bantam. So the codes are down here. This is going to be your junior group, so the team will be STOJ, McDonald Jr. So teams and then add. Teams, add. We said the team code for your junior entries is STOJ. STOJ. And team name would be McDonald Jr. Double check all that. Looks good. And we click OK. And then cancel. And there's the team. So I can close this window. Now after creating the team, now we can start plugging in the kid names. So there's 2 separate tasks, one for names and then one for the events. So I said I'm going to enter a WEP. Now watch these dates. Just make sure that Team Manager is using the same format that I have on the instruction sheet. My instruction sheet has year, then month, and day. However, just keep an eye on your screen. If it wants day, then month, and year, well, then you'll have to put these dates in accordingly. So I'm going to add a student. So we'll go to the Athletes menu, click Add, last name Bork, first name Ray, male. Now the date for the WEP, the birth date. Now my pattern is year, month, day. So WEPs, that pattern, year, month, and day is 02, 01, 01. The kid should be 12 years old. 02, 01, 01. And I hit my tab key, and there I see it, 12 years old. And this kid is a member of the Stockholm Junior group. And I click OK. And you continue doing this, adding your WEP students, Pee-wee students, Bantam students into your junior file, and so on. Now, I've added one, so to stop, I'm just going to click Cancel. And I can see the 12-year-old kid added to my team. I'm going to close this window, and I will add some events for the student. I'll go to the instruction sheet. So you'll continue doing this. You'll put all your kids in. And then once you put all your kids in, then you can register them for all their events. Watch the member of team, the STOJ, when you do your senior. I think the name of that team was the STOC. And after adding all of your students in, you can start registering them for their events. So meets, entries by name. Meets, entries by name, and just click OK to this. Now this is the only student that I added. Double check male WEP, that all looks good, and then you'll just check off whatever events that the student wanted to be registered in. Now notice this version of HiTech doesn't have a ball throw event, so we had to call it weight throw. So weight throw, ball throw, same deal. And you'd have all your students listed here. You do the same pattern. Just whenever you're adding or registering students for events, always double check the gender and double check the division, just to make sure that you've got the student entered into the right division. Okay, now I'm going to close this as well. So let's say, for instance, that you've added all of your athletes. This is your junior file. You'll have a separate file for senior. After entering all your athletes, all your students, and registering them for their events, you're going to get to this point right here, Brent. Oh, if you have any quad entries, they don't go into Team Manager. They just get emailed to me. We do the quad using a spreadsheet. But when you're done and you've got all your students in and registered for their events, you create the zip file export meet entries. And let's go here, close this, file, exports, meet entries. And just notice where it's going to be saved. This is the folder on my hard drive. I'll click OK. And there's the file name right there, STOJ. Click OK. And I'll cancel. I can close Team Manager. I'll go to my hard drive. Wrong folder. Yeah, there they are right here. And it's this. This is it. This would be the zip file for the junior group that I would want from you. So I would just copy this to my desktop. And for names, rename the file with a descriptive name, such as the name of your town, along with level, high, or middle. So this is McDonald Middle. And then you'd attach to an email, Brent, and you send that in. Okay, good luck. If you have any questions, get a hold of me.